Listen carefully. This message is not for everyone. And if this video found you right now, then it's not an accident. Because God has been watching you, not just your actions, but your silent battles, your sleepless nights, your hidden tears, the pain you never told anyone about. And right now, He is saying enough. Enough of the suffering, enough of the confusion, enough of feeling like you are fighting alone. But what you don't understand yet is that your pain was never random. Every betrayal, every delay, every moment you almost gave up was leading to this exact moment. Because God is not just stopping your pain, He is about to change your entire life. But before that happens, there is something you need to understand. Something that most people will never realize. The reason your life felt harder than others, the reason people walked away, the reason nothing worked even when you gave your best, is because you were never meant for an ordinary life. You were chosen not for comfort, but for purpose. And that is exactly why your pain had to be deeper. Because average people do not carry extraordinary destinies. Think about it. Why did everything fall apart at the same time? Why did the people you trusted betray you? Why did you feel alone even when you were surrounded by people? That was not bad luck. That was separation. God was removing everything that could not go where you are about to go. And yes, there were moments when you questioned everything. You questioned your worth, your purpose, even God Himself. You asked, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why does it feel like nothing works? But what if those questions were actually the beginning of your awakening? Because the truth is, God had to break the version of you that was too small for the life He prepared for you. And now you are standing at the edge of a shift. Something is about to change, something big, something you cannot see yet, but you can feel it deep inside. And here's the warning. Not everyone who reaches this point gets the blessing. Some people miss it completely, not because they were not chosen, but because they gave up too early. So right now, you have a decision to make. Will you keep holding on to the pain, the past, the people who hurt you, or will you finally let go and step into what God has been preparing for you this whole time? Because what is coming next will test you one last time. And this test will not look like a blessing. It will look like confusion. It will look like delay. It will feel like everything is falling apart again. But this time it is different. This time it is not happening to break you. It is happening to reveal you. Because God is about to show you who you really are. And once you see it, once you understand it, there is no going back. The pain you carried for so long will start to lose its power. The things that once broke you will no longer control you. And suddenly you will realize that everything you went through was preparing you for this exact moment. The moment where you stop surviving and start becoming. The moment where fear no longer controls your decisions. The moment where you finally step into your purpose. And here's the truth. Most people will never reach this level. Not because they cannot, but because they are too attached to what hurt them. They stay connected to their past. They keep reliving the same pain again and again. And they never step into what is waiting for them. But you are different. You did not come this far just to stay stuck. You did not survive all that pain just to remain the same person. And that is exactly why this message found you right now, because God is giving you a signal. This is your moment. This is your turning point. This is where everything begins to change, but only if you are ready to let go, only if you are ready to trust, even when you cannot see the full picture. Because what God is about to do in your life will not make sense at first. It will feel uncomfortable. It will push you out of your comfort zone. It will force you to grow in ways you never expected. But that is how transformation works. It is not easy, it is not comfortable, but it is necessary. And the moment you stop resisting, the moment you stop questioning every step and start trusting, something powerful will happen. Doors will begin to open. Opportunities will come from unexpected places. People will enter your life who align with your purpose. And slowly, everything that once felt impossible will start becoming real. But before all of that happens, there is one last thing you must do. You must release the pain, not ignore it, not hide it, but truly let it go. Because you cannot carry your past into your future. You cannot step into your purpose while holding on to what broke you. And I know it is not easy. I know there are things that hurt deeply, things you cannot forget, but holding on to them is only keeping you stuck. And God cannot move in your life the way He wants to if you are still chained to what hurt you. So this is your sign. This is your moment to finally let go, to finally trust, to finally believe that something greater is waiting for you, because God is putting a stop to all your pain. But first, He needs you to take this step. He needs you to choose growth over comfort, faith over fear, and purpose over pain. Because once you do, everything will begin to change, and the life you once dreamed about will slowly become your reality. And one day, you will look back at everything you went through, and instead of pain, you will feel gratitude. Because you will finally understand it was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to build you into the person you were always meant to become.
And now this is the moment everything has been leading to. The moment where the pain finally starts to make sense. The moment where you begin to see clearly what was once hidden from you, because something is shifting right now. Something inside you is no longer the same. You are not reacting the way you used to. You are not thinking the way you used to. And most importantly, you are not feeling the same weight that once held you down for so long. And that is how you know the change has already begun. Not outside, but within you first. Because real transformation does not start with your surroundings. It starts with your identity. It starts with who you believe you are. And right now, that identity is evolving. You are no longer the person who keeps questioning their worth. You are no longer the person who keeps chasing people who do not see your value. You are no longer the person who breaks every time life gets hard, because now you understand something deeper, something most people never realize, that your power was never in avoiding pain. Your power was in surviving it. Your strength was built in the moments you thought you would not make it through, and now that strength is becoming your foundation. Now that pain is turning into clarity, and that clarity is turning into direction, and that direction is about to change everything. Because once you know who you are, once you understand your purpose, you move differently, you speak differently, you think differently, and life responds to you differently. And this is where your breakthrough begins, not as a loud, dramatic moment, but as a quiet, powerful shift where everything starts aligning naturally, without force, without desperation, without fear. And suddenly, the same doors that once stayed closed begin to open. The same opportunities that once felt far away start coming closer. The same life that once felt impossible starts becoming your reality, step by step, moment by moment. And it will not feel like luck. It will feel like alignment. It will feel like everything is finally working the way it was supposed to. And in that moment, you will realize that God did not forget you, not even for a second. Every delay had a purpose. Every rejection had a reason. Every painful experience was shaping you, preparing you, guiding you to this exact version of yourself. And now that you are here, now that you have grown, now that you have endured what most people could not, this is where God puts a stop to your pain. Not by erasing your past, but by elevating your future to a level where your past no longer controls you, where your past no longer defines you, where your past becomes proof of your strength instead of a source of your suffering. And this is the part that changes everything. Because once your mindset shifts, once your identity evolves, once your faith becomes unshakable, nothing can stop what is coming next. Not doubt, not fear, not even the obstacles that once held you back. Because you are no longer the same person who faced those obstacles before. You are stronger now, wiser now, more aware now, more aligned. And that is why the blessings coming into your life will not leave the same way the pain did. They will stay, they will grow, they will multiply, because now you are ready to receive them without fear, without self-doubt, without sabotaging your own progress. And yes, there will still be challenges. Yes, there will still be moments that test you, but they will not break you the way they used to, because now you know who you are. Now you know what you are capable of. Now you know that no matter what happens, you will always find a way through, because you have done it before and you can do it again. And that confidence, that belief, that inner certainty is what separates you from who you used to be and who you are becoming. And this is where your life truly begins. Not when everything becomes perfect, but when you become powerful enough to handle anything that comes your way and keep moving forward without losing yourself, without losing your faith, without losing your purpose. And one day, sooner than you think, you will look back at this moment You will remember the pain, the confusion, the sleepless nights, the times you felt like giving up, and instead of feeling broken, you will feel proud because you did not quit, you did not give up, you stayed when it was hard, you believed when it made no sense, and because of that, everything changed. And in that moment, you will finally understand that God was not punishing you, He was preparing you, not abandoning you, but guiding you, not breaking you, but building you into someone who could carry the life you once prayed for. And that is why this message found you today, not by chance, not by accident, but because you are ready, ready to step into your next level, ready to leave the pain behind, ready to become the person you were always meant to be. So take this as your sign, take this as your confirmation that your struggle is coming to an end, that your breakthrough is already in motion, that your life is about to change in ways you cannot even imagine yet. And from this moment forward, do not go back to doubting yourself. Do not go back to holding on to what hurt you. Do not go back to playing small, because that version of you no longer exists. You have outgrown it. You have evolved beyond it. And now it is time to step fully into your purpose, with confidence, with faith, and with the certainty that what is coming next is greater than anything you have left behind. Because God is putting a stop to all your pain. And what comes after this will prove to you that every single moment you thought you were losing was actually leading you to win.
And now this is where everything starts to feel different, because the test you are about to face will not look like a blessing. It will look like silence. It will feel like nothing is working. Again, it will seem like your prayers are not being answered. And in that exact moment, most people lose faith. Most people go back to their old patterns. Most people quit without realizing they were just one step away from everything changing. But this is where you must be different. This is where you must hold on even when it feels like there is nothing left to hold on to. Because what feels like delay is actually preparation. What feels like rejection is actually protection. And what feels like the end is actually the beginning of something you cannot even imagine yet. And this final test is not about your strength. It is about your trust. Can you still believe when you see nothing? Can you still move forward when everything inside you wants to stop? Can you still stay aligned when everything around you feels uncertain? Because God is watching how you respond in this moment, not when things are easy, not when everything is going your way, but right now, in the middle of confusion, in the middle of silence, in the middle of not knowing what comes next. Because this is where your transformation becomes real. This is where you stop depending on signs and start building unshakable faith. And once you reach that level, something shifts inside you, something powerful, something permanent. You stop chasing validation, you stop fearing rejection, you stop doubting your worth, and suddenly you become dangerous in the best way possible. Because now nothing can break you the same way again. And this is exactly why the pain had to be so intense. This is why the journey felt so long. Because God was not just preparing blessings for you, He was preparing you for the blessings. And there is a difference, because if the blessing came too early, you would not have been ready. You would have lost it. You would have misunderstood it. But now you are becoming someone who can handle it, someone who can sustain it, someone who will not self-sabotage it. And that is when everything starts aligning, not by accident, but by design. You will start noticing small changes first. Your mindset becomes calmer. Your reactions become controlled. The things that once triggered you no longer have power over you. And then bigger shifts begin to happen. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. People start recognizing your value. Situations that once felt impossible start working in your favor. And it will feel strange at first. It will feel almost unreal because you are not used to things going right. But this is what happens when you pass the test. This is what happens when you refuse to give up at your lowest point. And here is something most people will never tell you. When your life starts to change, not everyone will be happy for you. Some people will question you, some will doubt you, some will even try to pull you back